This week on Culture Q, we're diving into the business of beauty, the precision of brow artistry, and the power of betting on yourself. My guest Nala is inspiring and informative. Her journey isn't just impressive, it's a blueprint, one built with boldness, grace, and unapologetic intention. Hey y'all, I'm Aniyah, and welcome back to another episode of Culture Q, your place for what to know, who to know, and where to go. My guest today is someone I am proud to call a friend, and someone whose journey in beauty and entrepreneurship is truly inspiring. She's the founder of Enrich, a brow studio rooted in care and aesthetic excellence. From luxury retail beginnings to full-on brow boss, Nala's story is one of intention, power, and glow. So let's just hop right in. So my guest today is someone I am proud to call a friend, someone whose journey in beauty and entrepreneurship is truly inspiring. She's the founder, owner, all the things of Enrich, the brow studio that has a location in the northeast section of Philadelphia. And she also services clients in the DMV area. So her work is rooted in precision, intention, and care. And her energy, her vibe is just 10 out of 10, amazing, highly recommend. Effortlessly luxe, deeply grounded, and she started in luxury retail. But when it was time to bet on herself, she did it with vision and boldness. So today she's shaping brows, building community, and proving that beauty is deeper than the outer appearance. Please help me welcome esthetician, entrepreneur, head brow babe, Nala.
Hi everyone, how are you?
I am so excited that we are here, that we are doing this. We go way back to my freshman year of college. We're dinosaurs now, but we were in college.
We don't look that way.
No, we look great.
You don't look that way.
I do say so. We look amazing.
If I just say my hands are tied.
Listen,
My hands are tied. We look good.
it's above me now. We look great. Like, no, we go way, way back. And every time I'm with you, like, it's just no time has passed. Like, we just pick up right back where we left off.
Time.
And we are just giggling. So hopefully we can get through this interview because there's so many great things I want to talk to Nala about, and so many great things that I hope you, all the viewers, will take away from this conversation. So I want to go all the way back to the beginning.
Okay.
I remember a specific time back in undergrad where you had a brow razor and shaped my brows before a party. I don't know if you remember this. You took me to the bathroom and you had a razor and you were like, and it was so cute. I remember I was wearing like red sweatpants. You remember this? I was wearing red sweatpants.
Did your hog sweatpants?
No, they were like red and they had like a white line on the side. I will tell you after, like, whose house we were at. I'll tell you after. But I think we were either about to go to a party, a kickback, or something. And you just hooked me up so fast in like 3 minutes.
Got it signed.
Look at you now.
I know. And
Like-
look at you now.
Girl.
This is crazy.
It's so crazy. So, I mean, this has always been in you, obviously. What first drew you to the beauty world?
I think, honest to God, I feel like when I was younger, my mom always used to ask me what I wanted to be. And one thing I always said to her was a hairstylist. Granted, I did that as well.
You did?
I did hair for 8 years. She should
My hair, my Marley twist.
Yeah, I used to twist. And I used to do hair. But when I was a kid, I didn't really know the exact verbiage on how to like describe really what I wanted to do. Essentially, I didn't want to be a hairstylist, but I knew I wanted to make people pretty.
Yeah.
But as a child, I didn't know what to say. So I'd be like, oh yeah, I want to do hair. But mom was like, you're not going to do hair. You're not going to do that for the rest of your life. And I was like, oh, I want to do something. But I always had a keen eye for detail. I always loved just enhancing people's appearance, or if I met somebody or seen someone, I was always like, oh, I wish I could do this or tweak that or change that. And like, I have a background in hair. I used to do makeup for a little bit. So it's like, this isn't my first rodeo per se, but I do believe that I just love the idea of enhancing someone. Like even after college, I worked, in Nordstrom. I did some personal styling in Nordstrom. So it's like I've touched in kind of every area of like just style, fashion, beauty, and I love all of those things.
Yeah.
So wherever those things are, I just see myself as a creative.
Yeah.
So I think it was at a young age I knew. She knew at a young age who she was going to be. Actually, Maddie knew at a very young age.
At a very young age. That's so good. So I want to talk about, you mentioned a little bit your prior history before being an entrepreneur. I want to talk a little bit about you in the luxury retail space.
Yeah.
We don't have to say the company if you don't want to.
We can.
Okay. So who'd you work for?
I worked for Chanel.
Yes.
For 4.5 years.
So when we say luxury, we mean like the most luxe you can get.
The house. The house.
Okay. So you worked in the luxury retail industry business in beauty specifically.
Yes.
What was that world like for you? And what lessons did you take from that chapter that are kind of enhancing your business now?
Okay, that's a great question. So I feel like for me in that world, it was tough a little bit for people who look like us. I still took every day, head on. I do feel as though like some of the time, and I'm not going to bash the company, I still spend my money there.
I mean, Chanel down, Chanel back, and the shoes.
So I still spend my money there. But I will say, if I questioned anything or why is that a way, sometimes you're seen as a Black woman as combative or, most people don't question things or it sometimes seemed as if like I should be grateful to be in that room and what makes me less than any other person here? Not to bash them or anything, but it's like I feel like I had to kind of work just as Black women, we always have to go 10 times harder than
For half of what.
Yeah. And I feel like that was the case there. And I still stuck through it. And I think the reason and why I did is because, and I hate to say it, I feel like I lost myself a little bit in things. And I think that like, for the most part, I think that, what's the word? I feel like it was a conversational piece. Like when people see me, oh, Nala, the Chanel
like your identity.
My identity, I was having a little bit issues with that. Or if I would go somewhere, people are like, oh, like how's working for you? Like that's everyone's first question. Not how are you? How are you feeling? How are you doing? It was always like, oh, like, do you get some sale? Do you get some Instagram? Do you do this? Do you do that? How do you like working for them? And it's like, okay, at a point it got a little bit tiring. But I do really love the company in terms of like my professionalism. I think it prepared me a lot when I started my own business because I hold myself to a certain standard, and a lot of the training and the practices that I had to embody in that role carry on to my everyday in this, because one of the most memorable things they taught me was to just make everything a journey and experience. And when it came to creating my brand, I think that's really what I wanted to take my clients on. Like, I want it to be an experience. I want to talk you through your service. I don't ever want you to get up and feel like you don't know what happened, or like no one can ever leave my chair and say they didn't like their brows. I show them halfway through. Before we even start, I go on a brief consultation. So those things definitely helped. Also in my role that I was in, like, yes, I worked in the beauty world with them. But I was the eyewear lead, and I also did a lot of back of house inventory work with them. And I was the liaison between the boutique setting and the corporate setting. So they would send me to New York to do like eyewear trainings, and the newest styles. And what I had to do was bring that information back to the boutique and teach them and show them about the new styles. So different things like that, and just verbiage with that. Like, not only am I a brow artist, but I'm also a brow educator. So I teach students and stuff like that. So a lot of those skills that I took from them, I brought it and transferred over here.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I love that there were some really good positives that you were able to take away from that experience. What was leaving like? Like, what was it scary? Like, what's the real on that? You stepped out and created a business. So it's not like you left and you didn't have a plan.
Right.
What was that transition like from corporate world to entrepreneurship?
So I feel though my transition was probably a little bit easier than most or others, because before I even took my full big leap, I was doing some clients part-time.
Yeah.
But it began to be too much. And it was like, okay, I will be waking up 7 a.m. I'm doing clients, doing brows, and then I would literally go to Chanel, leave at 7, come back. I would do clients from 8 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And it was getting to a point where a lot of people were reaching out to me and saying like, are you at the shop today? But I would be there. And then it just became, no, I'm not there. I'm not there. And I'm like giving this company so much of me, so many hours, so much time. And I'm like, what would it look like if I just put that into myself?
Yeah.
And believe in what I wanted to do. And I think it was like a sense of security at the time. And like, you know, with this economy, girl, the terrorist child, like everything going up. But, you know, just with that, I feel as though like it was a scary jump. I've done entrepreneurship before. This is, like I said, it's not my first rodeo, but I've never been like full throttle, serious, building from the ground up, being legit, you know, stuff like that. That's very important to me with my company. So I think that was one of the things. And leaving was okay. Like, they didn't like it. They didn't want me to go.
I mean, you're a great worker. So it's like they probably realized how much of a loss it would be to their company, to their boutique, to have someone like you go.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the suck. Like,
We got it on time. I feel like if I didn't go then, I would have never left.
Yeah.
And I felt like I would have stayed and I would have just kept taking things and, you know, but I'm glad I did. And I took that week because like, it led me here. So.
Yeah. So like entrepreneurship, we know it's not for everyone. What were some of the fears or maybe even misconceptions that you had about entrepreneurship before you took the leap into it full time?
Oh, it's a couple.
Okay, walk me through those. Because there's so many people that are probably watching who are aspiring entrepreneurs and are probably in the same position that you were in. Like, I want to leave my 9 to 5, but this certain thing is holding me back. So what was that like for you?
I think my number one takeaway is do not think that just because you're starting your business that you make your own hours and you're just going to be working those hours of the business. I work way more now. I work 25/8 all the time. I'm working. And I feel like it's just because it's me. I'm building my brand essentially versus like you're clocking out at the end of the day when you're working for someone else and you can just leave everything at the door and go about your day. But now like I'll be in the middle of the night and I'm coming up with the idea. I'm freaking out my laptop, writing it down, writing out a concept, like content I'm going to push out. And you're going to wear many hats. Like I'm wearing every single hat. I need an assistant, but you might want to be my assistant.
Oh, look, job opening. This is a Culture Q exclusive. If you are looking to be under a great entrepreneur, Nala, definitely hit her up. And we'll talk more about that at the end because seriously, like,
it's a lot.
It's a lot for one person to kind of juggle. But I guess that's what comes with owning a business.
It does. And like there's a lot of people don't understand also the different tiers of business. Like you're a worker, you can be a contractor, you can be self-employed, which I am. So like I write myself a check every week or whatever the case may be. Or you could do owner's withdrawal. You could be a CEO. There's different tiers of everything. And CEOs, they call the shots. They do everything. Everybody considers themselves a CEO, but not everybody's doing the back end legwork of things. And even when I'm not working, I'm still working. Like days I have to do inventory days. I have to take time to respond to clients. I have a day where I do trainings once a week. So it's like my weeks are definitely jam-packed. I work way more, but I think it's a little bit more rewarding because it's like for myself and I'm kind of bearing the fruits of my labor at this point to where like I can vacation, you know, whatever like, or do different things. That's cool. But even on vacation, I'm still texting back people and stuff like that. So yeah, that's some of the things.
So you talk about like different areas of the business. One of my favorite areas of your business is your branding.
Thank you.
I hit you up about branding, I would say pretty often, because I just love how cohesive it is and it's kind of your signature. So from visuals to voice, it's really intentional. What inspired your brand philosophy? Like what inspired your aesthetic?
So crazy. I think I just wanted to get to the point. I wanted brows to be the focal point. So everything that's minimalistic around or, you know, things of that nature, I want that always to be the core focus of things. So like taking out all of the distractions of having like extra stuff. I just like everything plain and simple. I'm very, if you know me is to know I'm very kind of straight to the point. I'm kind of what you see is what you get type of person. And I think that was how I came up with my stuff for my branding as well.
Yeah.
Even just like with my logo or my name. I don't know if you asked me this eventually, but just like coming up or how I came up with my name or things of that nature is like, I was just looking up synonyms to enhance. Like you asked me before, what you always were into those things, and like just to enhance is something I always love to do. I was actually with my coworker Emily from Chanel, and we were just in work one day, and I was like, "Girl, I'm tired. I want to work for myself. I believe in my vision. I want to execute it. I don't have a name. I'm trying to think of some things." And we were just looking stuff up, like just dictionary, textbook, looking stuff up, and I'm like, I just want to like enhance it. I didn't want something that was like browsed by Nala.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm sorry, no shade. No shade, but hey, if you lashes by Nay and whoever, I made that up. I don't know what lashes by Nay.
Lashes by.
I don't know what lashes by Nay. I promise I don't know one, but
Oh my God.
I promise I don't know lashes by Nay. That's crazy. I just made that up, but that sounds kind of like on brand.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know lashes by Nay. But I didn't want to be browsed by Nala.
Yeah.
But I always felt like being my brand, I want it to be like an umbrella, just in case. Like, I don't see myself in my 40s being behind a chair doing brows. So it's like, where can I take this? I want something that be me, like, you know, in terms of like my motto, what I stand for, and if I transfer and do other things, cool. But to enhance is the synonym of enrich. So to enrich something is to enhance it.
Yeah.
And when I seen that definition, and I don't know if you ever like look at dictionary definition, they separate by syllables. So that's why I have the dot in the middle, because like when you look at it in a textbook or a dictionary, that's how it's like written out.
Yeah.
That's how it's presented. So that's why I had came up with that name or whatever. But in terms of my branding, is really kind of just what it is. I really don't. Everybody always asks me that. How did you come up with your aesthetic? How did you come up? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. But I think that's what makes it so authentic to you, right? Because it's not something, and I talked about this in a prior interview I did, but there are certain details that you can tell when someone really took their time and it's original.
Yeah.
I would say even to...
Clap that.
No shade, no tea. But even to like how you write your captions, even to like your cadence and posting, like small things like that that are so unique to you, are kind of what sets brands apart. So I love that you do that. You know, I'm a huge fan of that.
Thank you.
A lot of people think that beauty is all about appearance, and we talk about like enhancing and enriching people, but we both know that it goes so much deeper than that. Because personally, I feel like if you ugly inside, I don't care what you look like, you're ugly.
You're gonna be ugly.
So what does beauty mean to you beyond the aesthetic, like beyond the outer appearance? What is beauty to you?
I think beauty to me is I think honestly just a person and their aura, their energy. And I think that's a big thing in terms of like servicing people, because I feel like for me, I take in and I encounter a lot of different energies each day. And I feel like you got to have some tough skin, thick skin. I meet everybody where they're at. Yeah. And I think beauty is, you know, being kind, being gracious, you know, like that's very important. Beauty is aesthetics in a sense too, but I do think it's like about the people that, you know, come in that are radiant. I think that, like you said, beauty is from within, and you can radiate that out, and that's what I give out. And that's what I get back. Yeah. So I don't really have any issues with like, you know, clients or things of that nature. But yeah, what you give out is what you get back.
Exactly. And I love that you talk about tough skin, because that's something that you especially need as a business owner. So I want to talk about how you go about saying no. How do you go about protecting your peace? Because I don't know about you, girl, or I do know about you because I know Nala personally. But I would say I struggle with that sometimes because I always want to be that dependable person for people, to where it's almost as if I'm sacrificing my own peace for the sake of someone else's peace. So talk to me a little bit about that. How does that work in your world?
You want to know my real answer?
Yes.
ChatGPT. To be honest with you, I love ChatGPT. All of our therapists, like,
Chat no too much about
what to say. I'm going on Cctv. That
chatty.
But because I will say, I've gotten better. When I first started my business, it was a lot of yeses, and I had to realize, not just because I'm as popular as I am now with the demand of things, but I do agree that like, if I'm going to show up me and give 100% to something, I gotta, like, if I'm not feeling it at first and I'm saying yes to it, my energy is already going to be off.
Right.
So it's like, I got to do everything 100%. So me saying no to people, I feel like I've gotten better with, but you have to have a boundary. And burnout is real.
So real.
And I've experienced a lot of it in my days recently, just from the travel back and forth. And not all money is good money. I think that's where my no comes from a lot of the time. And I might not verbalize it as a no, but not all money is good money. And it's not about the money either. So like, if it's not benefiting me, if I'm going to be burnt out, I think people also like being in service, it's like, we're not robots. And a lot of people forget that, or people will text me and they'll be like, oh, well, I'll give you so-and-so amount of money if you could squeeze me in tonight. Babe, I gotta walk my dog.
I don't want your money.
I don't care about the money. I need a nap. I need to watch Love Island. I need to eat. I need to take a shower. Like, I've been working all day.
Yeah.
My eyes are tired. Like, that's another thing, like being behind the chair and doing lashes, brows, things of that nature. Like, it's such a strain on my eyes, and I'm already blind as a bat. People don't even know because I never wear my glasses. I've been trying to be cute, but I need to put my glasses on.
You wear your glasses though.
I do, but when thank you. I do, but when I'm doing my clients, like they fall off my face, and I'm like
knocking people out.
I'm like, oh, I'm just like, and then I'm oily throughout the day. It's bright lights on me. It's like the glasses aside, I know we got a bridge. Yeah. It's just a lot. It's a lot going on. So I feel like, yeah, it's not about the money, babe.
Yeah,
it's a no. It's a no for me. And I'm gonna just say kindly, like, thank you, but no, thank you. Or this sounds like a great idea, but at this time, I can't do it.
Right.
And I'm saying no to a lot of people outside of work, during work. I have to have time for myself. You need to have moments, because I've been at the point in my life where I do this thing where I sit in my car before I get out, because I just need a conscious moment.
You are getting old, Nala.
To reset, I got to turn the radio
used to do.
Yes. I can't drive home with the radio on. I can't drive radio on. I can't do it. I can't drive with the music. I have to decompress before I get in the house. And with my boyfriend or whatever, and it's like being together for so long, I want to come home and have a battery that's so charged, super charged up. Give me a minute. I got to sit in the car for a second. I talked to you last time I talked to you on the phone. I was in the car.
Yeah.
I had to sit in the car for a moment, and just so I could show up and be 100% for each, person. So I need a second. So
that's a really, really good takeaway. Know your boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's not just for entrepreneurship or business owners, but just in life. Like, you have to stand for something.
Or you stand for nothing.
Listen, you literally will fall for anything, and protect your own peace. Great gems. Great gems.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about your master courses that you teach.
Yeah.
So you have one in brow waxing and another in business branding.
Yes.
That's major. How did you realize, like, okay, I've come to this level and I want to share my expertise with others? What was that like? And then how often do you hold what is that structure like to be a teacher?
So to be a teacher, for me, I teach once a week. So if I'm not, and it's opposite. So like, if I do a class on Sunday, I won't do a class on Monday. If I do a class on Monday, I won't do a class on Sunday. I host one-on-ones all year round. They're by request, but they're available every Sunday or Monday. My off days are Wednesday, technically, so I won't do it on a Wednesday. But I do one-on-ones anytime. I have group trainings as well. I'm trying to do group trainings 2 times a year. 2 semesters, so I'll do a spring and then a fall. So I'm actually having one this fall. This fall I'll be having another group training. But that launches, I think August 10th, I'm going to launch the registration for that. But yeah, so I feel like with group trainings, I had to spread them out because it takes a lot of energy. It's a lot of different students. Like I said before, I have to meet people where they're at. I had students that range from never touched a wax spot before. And then I have students that literally own 2 med spas. So it's like, I just have to meet everyone where they're at. Everybody has different skill levels. And I think not everyone could be a teacher. And I think it's such a it's just like a gratification. I'm about to say gratitude.
We are so, Love Island has taken over. And by the time this airs, this will probably be old news, but like Love Island has taken over all the extra space in my brain.
Yeah, like everything is a reference.
It was just too good this season.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
Shady but good.
Shady but good. I would really sad at that reunion.
Listen, I'm going to text you like when it's happening because I really don't have anybody to really talk about it about or two.
Call me.
So yeah, I have thoughts.
Yeah.
Previewing it.
Yeah, for real.
Thoughts previewing it.
Yeah, but I teach my group trainings 2 times a year. And that consists of a 2-day masterclass. So one day they have the option, they could just do a master mapping course because that's what a lot of people struggle on. And then the second day is a branding course. And the reason I decided to do a branding course was because whenever students come in for a skill set training, I get bombarded a lot of times with branding questions. That's everyone's first thing. When they come in the door, how much should I charge? Can you look at my logo? Can you look at this? Can you look at that, baby? I gotta see what the brows look like first.
Right.
And then we can talk about branding, but it consumes a lot of the training, and I'm a professional yapper. So where I can't cover all that ground area in one sitting with them. To where like, okay, if you're that interested, take a masterclass with me. Even though after their training, I also do follow-ups. Like, I think what sets my trainings apart mostly from other people is that not only are you taking a training with me, it's a 9-hour course with me. You take that with me. After the course, I do a follow-up phone call. So whereas though it could be used at any time, they know they can call me outside of that with any questions. The mentorship is everlasting, but they have a 1-hour call with me to come prepared, ask all those, branding questions, business questions. What should I price this? Can you look at my consent forms? Can you do all those things? Come prepared. I'll sit the time out and really talk to you. If you want me to critique what you already have on your website, on your business page, whatever, I'll take the time out and do that. And then they also have a 1-day free shadowing with me. So they can come in on a random day when I'm, seeing clients, and they can literally
That's so cool.
watch.
Yeah. I haven't heard that part as a perk yet. Taking someone's class. So really it's mentorship in a way.
It is. And then there's also like they get full access to my brow support group. I'm not gonna lie, no shade. The girls don't really talk in there. I wish they talked more.
Y'all gotta start talking.
Y'all gotta start talking. They'll come to me and ask me things personally, and I'll answer for sure with a smile on my face. But I'm like, I encourage them to put it in the chat.
The chat is because other people may have your.
That's what I'm saying. It's like some people might not, be comfortable with asking certain things. So it's like, okay, put it in the chat, and we'll see if anyone, might feel the same as you or whatever. I still answer, but throw it in the chat. So they have access to the support group. They have their 1-hour mentorship call with me. They have a free shadowing, and I'm always at their disposal if they have any other questions.
That's beautiful. So you heard. Now let's talk about it. If you are interested in brow waxing, owning a business, branding, this is your girl. I'll definitely hit her up.
Or scheduling pages. I also do branding designs for people. Also, if you didn't want to take a class or you just don't have the patience to learn, if there's any like graphics, flyers, any like quick little things or like a website or whatever, I also create those as well.
I'm just so proud of her. Like, you are doing it, girl. So knowing what you know about how your story unfolds or is still unfolding now and looking at your success now, what is one piece of advice you'd give your younger self?
Ooh, little nah. What will I tell Miss Zero? I would tell her to not be offended. And I say that because I feel like as entrepreneurs in the beginning, we get so wrapped around emotion and you want support from people that you love and things of that nature. And then it might come later on down the line when you're already, getting people in your chair, stuff like that. Do not get offended when people don't see your vision firsthand because it's not for them to see. So I think I struggle with that a little bit in the beginning. Like, dang, like, they're not seeing what I'm seeing. Or like, you know, the support might not, but it's not their vision. That's not their problem. It's not their brand. It's not nothing for them. It was for me solely. And I already have that creative mindset. So where my screws in my head are always rolling. So where like, you can't be offended if people don't catch on right away. It's not for them to see. So yeah.
I love that piece of advice. Nala, I am so happy. Like, I don't think I stopped smiling this whole interview. I love everything that you're doing. I'm being
thank you.
So proud. Just huge congratulations for your success this far and wishing you every single blessing that God has for you.
Thank you.
Moving forward. Thank you so much for being a guest on Culture Q.
Yes, Culture Q. Do you have like a signal, like, or a little like something we could do?
Nala, please.
Yeah, it's a goofy for this. It's so goofy for this. I wish I could do.
So before we let you go, we've got a little something special for the beauty lovers. So stay right there. We are so back with our brow babe, Nala, and this is, I won't say it's my favorite part because I really enjoyed the interview, but I know I'm really going to enjoy this as well.
Yes.
So Nala, please walk us through the products we need for the perfect brow every single time.
Okay, so no gatekeeping here. I want you guys to listen closely. Step one, what I'm always going to do is I'm always going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. Depending on what shade you like to do, I like to just use the shade dark brown. It's double-ended. So on one side is a spoolie.
Okay.
And then the other side is a really like nice, precise tip of the pencil. And it's like a turn tip, so you don't need to use a sharpener or anything like that. But step one, what I'm going to start by doing is just brush my brows in the correct direction. So when you're brushing out your brows, you actually want to follow like in the beginning like a 90 degree, then you want to go into 75, and you want to go into 45, all the way down to 0. What were you doing?
I was brushing them straight up.
No.
And then I was like,
no. This is why we didn't even talk about during the interview the one time she shaved her brow off and it came to me to make magic happen. We didn't talk about that.
I have to, maybe I'll insert the TikTok video, but I did shave my brow off. But Nala, when I left your studio, you couldn't even tell.
If I make magic happen.
It was so good. And you was probably using a lot of these products.
All right, so yeah, so you want to brush 90, 75, 45 down to 0 just to make sure that your brow hairs are in the correct form. Okay, after you do that, you're going to use the other end of your pencil. When I do my brows, I like to underline the bottom of my brow, and then I don't line the top. I think it just is a little bit too harsh. I don't like to do it. I actually like to draw physical hair strokes, and I think this is a game changer. I actually never told anybody this, but whenever I do my strokes, I actually don't start from the bottom and work my way up because I think the pressure we use is a little bit too harsh. I actually go from up down because I actually want the hair to look like more of a strand and softer when it gets to the bulb area.
Okay, no, that's tea. How did you figure that out?
I just did it.
Was that like trial and error? Because I would never think to start from the top.
I think I was just doing it from the bottom for so long, and I'm like, let me just try the top.
I'll wrestle that.
Yeah, well, something. So I tried it, and I liked it, and I enjoyed it, and I think it just makes it a little bit more realistic because naturally in your bulb and anyone else's bulb, it's a little bit like sparse a little bit, and it's supposed to be like that. It looks a lot more realistic. So if you start from the top because your pressure is heavier and then you stroke it down, only in the front part though. That's where I do it, like right in this area. And then when I do everywhere else, I go from the bottom and go in. Then you want to take the other end, brush it all the way through. Seamless brows every time. Okay. After you do that, mind you, when I'm doing this, I'm usually in the car on the go. I'm using my compact mirror. I'm doing this like this. After I do that, you then want to seal your brows with a brow gel. I personally have my own brow gel. So if you didn't know, now you know. I have a brow gel. It's amazing. It works really good. It's literally like glue. Okay. I'm going to put some on you. You want me to put some on you?
Please do.
All right, yeah. What I'm going to do is So this is the brow gel. This is an open bottle of
So,
it.
you guys see what I mean about the branding? Like, it's just so good. So good.
Just plain. And honestly, the concept and the reason why I did a square tube is I don't know if you ever do your makeup. You have it laid out everywhere and it rolls. Oh, when it's square,
Nala.
it stays still.
Genius.
They didn't think like me.
Patent that. No, I better not see
Pat on the back and patent it.
square brow gel after this.
I'm going to have to get that patent.
Yes. That is genius.
Yes. And that's just so it doesn't roll off.
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so show me.
All right. So I'm going to put some on you.
Yeah.
And so my brow gel, it actually is going to appear wet when I first apply it, and then it's going to dry down matte.
Okay.
So this is not like the other brow gels on the market where you have to like brush it in the opposite direction, slick it down. It's not like a slick gel. The goal of my services is lamination, so it's to be full and fluffy. We still want to give a very realistic brow, so I don't really want to slick them down all the way.
Yeah.
But we just kind of want to tame them and keep them full and fluffy in your form, but just make them stay still.
Okay.
If you have any on right now.
I do.
You do? Okay, but mine is going to be better.
Way better. Okay, I can see what you mean about like the wetness a little, but I like it because it's like reforming them.
It is. And then I'm telling you something like glue. It's gonna stay down for a while.
Okay.
I'm only gonna do one brow.
Different?
Yeah, you do. For sure. For sure. So I use my brow gel after, and then to carve out my brows, I then go in with this Chanel, because I'm telling you, I still use their stuff.
Yes.
To be honest, I still use their stuff.
I mean, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. I'm not going to knock the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I use this dual-ended concealer brush. On one side is a concealer brush, and then the other side is like a blending brush. And this is what I use to carve out my brows. And it's just it's just seamless. So I use this brush. And then I use a Born This Way concealer.
Okay.
The reason I use this concealer, this is not the concealer I use on my actual face, but I use this for my brows because it's a little bit more tacky. And I feel like when you're in between appointments, you have like little stubble or little hair. If you're using something, because I usually use like Hourglass.
Me too.
And I think
it's their eye.
Right. And I feel like it's super creamy and it's perfect. I love it. I have it on right now. But I do think that when you're doing your brows, you want something a little bit more tacky, just so that it can mask and give illusion that the hairs aren't really there, you know, like the new growth. So you want something a little bit more full coverage, a little bit tackier. So I use the Born This Way. This shade is called Cookie. And I like to do a darker shade underneath my brows than actually what's underneath my under eye. I kind of go lighter on my under eye, but I do darker on my brows because we just want to look at as.
Let's talk about the evolution of that, because back in 2016, you see my brows, the halo brows. We were all
She knew me though.
2016. And it wasn't just you, sis. I feel like I was doing them too.
But you always had brows though. That's one thing you had. I didn't have that. That's why I probably started my business. I ain't have no brows.
Like, lay hope everybody else. He's struggling like me. Oh my God.
Really?
What a thoughtful queen. We love. Okay. So then after that, I'm assuming you just like kind of blend it out a bit.
Yeah. So I go in with the other end of the brush and I just fluff it out. So all of the concealer, you don't want a harsh, heavy line. You just want to blend it out. I usually go in circular motions or a downward motion, or I don't conceal the top of my brows.
Okay.
I don't conceal it all the way through. I just think it doesn't really look that natural. So what I do is I only conceal just the top, like front part, just right there.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
Just from this to this. And then I just blend it up. Boom. Okay. Perfect. And then when you're in between appointments, I also have a tweezer line. I know this is all gems because they don't know I have.
I didn't know you had the tweezer line.
I didn't launch it yet. Oh, but I have it ready to go, ready to perfect. Culture Q exclusive. Yeah, I have toys as well.
I want to see.
Yeah, so it comes with brow trimmers. So my
so cute
name is engraved and lasered on there.
And can
yes, so then you can trim your hairs in between appointments. I have a pointed ended tweezer, and I also have like a slanted head tweezer. Wow. And I actually give these out, like I've had them for a while. I give them out to all my students, just free in their kits.
That's nice.
But my clients also ask me in between appointments, like, what can I do if I have some hair and I can't get to you in time? You can purchase the tweezer set.
That's so
yeah.
efficient. So thoughtful.
I got your back, babe. I
I love. So you guys heard it. This is how to get the perfect brow.
Mhm.
If you try these products, make sure you tag Enrich. Make sure you
Let me know if you. Yeah.
let us know how it works out for you. We can't wait to see it.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for walking us through that.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
The cue of the week is to bet on yourself and move with intention. Stories like Nala's remind us that beauty starts with belief. Whether you're shaping a brow or shaping a business, trust your vision, protect your peace, and build boldly. Have the courage to walk away when something is no longer serving you. And I will be taking that advice for myself as well. Thanks so much for watching this very special episode of Culture Q. Huge shout out to our guest today, Nala, for having us in her beautiful space. And if you want to shop the brow gel that we were just talking about, you can look out for the restock on Nala's Instagram or the website, which will be coming up soon, so you don't want to miss that. Huge shout out to our executive producer, Kiava Hurd, and our production assistant, Maria Prater. Until next time, don't miss your cue.